Imagine the late 12th century, the air thick with the fervor of the Third Crusade. Within the besieged walls of Acre, amidst the moans of the wounded and the clang of swords, a unique brotherhood began to coalesce. Initially a humble field hospital established around 1190 by German crusaders, this nascent organization dedicated itself to the care of their ailing countrymen. This act of compassion, however, would soon evolve into something far more significant, the Order of Brothers of the German House of St. Mary in Jerusalem, more commonly known as the Teutonic Knights. As the crusade wore on, and the need for protection grew alongside the need for healing, the brotherhood gradually adopted a military character, their white mantles soon bearing the stark, powerful symbol of a black cross, echoing the martial prowess of their Templar and Hospitaller brethren. Their early years in the Holy Land saw the Teutonic Knights garner favor and acquire modest land holdings, their dedication earning them respect and resources. However, the volatile political landscape of the Crusader states and the eventual resurgence of Muslim power in the Levant hinted at a different destiny. In 1211, an invitation arrived from Andrew II of Hungary, who sought their aid in defending his eastern borders against the incursions of the nomadic Cuman tribes and in Christianizing the wild frontier regions of Transylvania. While their military skills proved valuable, the order's inherent desire for autonomy and territorial control quickly strained their relationship with the Hungarian crown, culminating in their expulsion in 1225. This apparent setback, however, proved to be a crucial turning point, steering their ambitions towards the largely pagan and politically fragmented Baltic region. The pivotal moment arrived around 1226 when Conrad I of Masovia, a Polish duke struggling to defend his northern territories against the persistent raids and expansion of the pagan Prussian tribes, sought the military expertise of the Teutonic Knights. Recognizing a golden opportunity for territorial expansion and the spread of Christianity, Hermann von Salza, the shrewd and ambitious Grand Master of the Order, negotiated carefully with both Conrad and the Holy Roman Emperor Frederick II. Through the Golden Bull of Rimini in 1226, though some historians debate its exact authenticity, the emperor granted the Teutonic Knights imperial privileges over the Prussian lands they might conquer, effectively granting them sovereignty. This laid the foundation for their transformation from mercenaries into sovereign rulers. What followed was a brutal and protracted series of campaigns, often framed as crusades, against the various Prussian tribes who fiercely resisted both conversion and subjugation. Fortified castles, such as Marienburg, Malbork, rose as tangible symbols of the order's burgeoning power and served as administrative and military centers. German settlers were actively encouraged to colonize the conquered territories, reshaping the demographic and cultural landscape. The Teutonic Knights skillfully leveraged their control over key trade routes, particularly the lucrative grain trade along the Vistula River, enriching their coffers and solidifying their economic dominance. Their theocratic state, the Dutzordensland, became a formidable power in the Baltic, ruled with an iron fist by the Grand Master and a hierarchical structure of knight brothers and supporting personnel. Their expansionist drive extended beyond Prussia. In Livonia, present-day Estonia and Latvia, the Teutonic Knights intervened in the existing power struggles and, in 1237, absorbed the remnants of the Brothers of the Sword, another German crusading order that had suffered a major defeat against Lithuanian and Semi-Gallian forces. This consolidation further extended their control along the eastern Baltic coast, bringing them into direct contact and often conflict with various local populations and nascent regional powers. Lithuania, the last major pagan power in Europe, became the primary focus of the Teutonic Knights' crusading zeal for over a century. The Ryzen, annual winter campaigns often involving prestigious knights from across Western Europe seeking religious merit and martial glory, became a brutal ritual of raiding and warfare along the Lithuanian frontier. These campaigns, while often showcasing chivalric ideals, inflicted immense suffering on the Lithuanian population and ultimately failed to achieve their goal of complete conquest and conversion. The relentless expansion and consolidation of power by the Teutonic Knights inevitably led to friction and conflict with their Christian neighbors, particularly Poland and Lithuania, who viewed the order's growing dominion with increasing alarm. The Polish crown, especially, resented the loss of territories like Pomerelia and the threat posed by the order's control over vital trade routes. This simmering tension finally erupted in the early 15th century, culminating in the monumental Battle of Tannenberg, also known as Grunwald or Zalgiris, in 1410. A combined Polish-Lithuanian army inflicted a crushing defeat on the Teutonic Knights, decimating their leadership, including the Grand Master Ulrich von Jungingen, and shattering their aura of invincibility. While the Battle of Tannenberg marked a significant turning point and curtailed their expansionist ambitions, the Teutonic Knights did not disappear. They faced internal dissent from their increasingly Germanized subjects and continued external pressures from Poland and Lithuania. A series of subsequent wars further weakened the order. Finally, in 1525, during the Protestant Reformation, the last Grand Master, Albert of Brandenburg-Ansbach, secularized the Prussian territories, converting to Lutheranism and transforming the monastic state into a hereditary duchy of Prussia under Polish suzerainty. The Livonian branch of the order persisted for a few more decades before its own secularization. The story of the Teutonic Knights is a compelling and often brutal narrative of transformation, from a humble hospital to a powerful theocratic state built on conquest and religious fervor. Their legacy remains etched in the history and landscape of Northern Europe, a testament to the complex interplay of religion, warfare, colonization, and the ever-shifting tides of medieval power. Their castles still stand as silent witnesses to their dominion, and their story continues to fascinate and provoke debate about the nature of crusades, the rise and fall of religious orders, and the enduring impact of conquest on the societies it touches.